I guess I use this video as a start video for another debate series on vegetarianism and the ethics of carnivorism, and whether human beings, number one, need to eat meat, but more importantly, whether human beings ethically have a justification for still behaving that way. So I'll make some quick arguments on the subject. I'm going to play this video, respond to this one here at the end. So you can ignore this part if you want, because it's just going to be the typical debunking of the retard kind of thing. But, and some science. But anyway, alright, look, you know, how we evolved is how we evolved. I mean, we left our location. We became migratory animals, basically. We migrated all the way from Africa to North America, to Australia, and we did it over a 40 or 50,000 year period, and we did it after we already possessed the knowledge of controlling fire. So, of course, we exploited anything we could find, anything we could throw on our fire, we threw on the fire, and then we learned metallurgy and a whole bunch of other stuff because of fire. So that's a whole different subject. But what we were doing before fire, all right, is you can't make this argument that we were carnivores. It's just a silly argument. But I'll make that argument later. You know, it's just nonsense. It just is. If we were in a zoo, the zookeepers would not be feeding us raw meat. That's not what they throw into our pen, all right? Because we would live longer and we'd live healthier if they didn't do that. All right, they're not doing that at the primate house right now. They're not throwing a bunch of raw meat into the gorilla's cage or into the chimpanzee cage or the orangutan cage or any of our closest relatives. It's just a stupid, idiotic notion that we somehow need to eat meat. We don't need to do it biologically. We're not made to do it biologically. And it's just a substance of opportunity. All right, we have no taste for it. I mean, you can't even figure this out on your own. What taste do you have for any kind of raw animal flesh? I mean, it really doesn't exist. Unless it's processed somehow, you're not going to find it very palatable. And as for us being scavengers, even that doesn't make a lot of sense, because the only scavenging we would do is on a carcass that didn't get infected with fly maggots and other things that would cause incredible stench. We are so vulnerable. You know, go smell a corpse, okay? I mean, it's obnoxious. It isn't like, oh man, that's making me so hungry. No, it's making you want to throw the fuck up. I mean, this is just such nonsense. Again, if meat was ever part of our diet, it was a tiny part of our diet, like it is with any other primate that eats meat. And the only ones that do it in some kind of ritualistic, bizarre manner that probably has more to do with human destruction of their environment than any kind of natural behavior. So anyway, yeah, I mean, what needs to be said? I mean, you have no cause to do it. There's proof of that. 1 billion people living without meat. All right, there's no evidence of any necessity to do it. There's no obligation in any way to do it. There are plenty of foods that are completely palatable and fun to eat, that don't require another sentient animal to suffer for your benefit. If we were Tyrannosauruses, and you know, we had evolved over hundreds of millions of years, but we were Tyrannosauruses and we evolved a brain, would you still just make rationalizations and excuses? Well, we're Tyrannosauruses. We must eat meat. We've got to rip things to pieces. And the more blood and guts we can spill, it's fun. You know, see, we even enjoy doing it. We enjoy listening to the animal scream and watching its skin fly off and its guts fly out. You still wouldn't. You were going to give me the argument that you would think that's perfectly fine, that your intelligence wouldn't tell you that there's something wrong with this fucking picture, that you can't win by torturing something else that feels. You can't figure that out. I mean, come on, it's just retarded. So anyway, yeah, so that's enough of an introduction to the video. So look, the argument is, why is it ethically okay for an intelligent, sentient creature to impose suffering on another creature and eat it when he doesn't have to do it. It's not necessary to his survival, and it's not necessary to his comfort. He certainly doesn't need to be, even if he has a habit of it, an addiction to it. That addiction is completely malleable. You just raise children not to need it, and they won't need it. They won't be addicted to it. They won't even have a taste for it. And that's a fact. It's a fact. It's a proven fact. Alright? So argue that fact. And you can argue some of this other crap if you want, but I don't see any point. It doesn't have anything to do with whether it's ethically right or wrong, or whether it's intelligent or civilized behavior. So anyway, this Elenikos cunt bastard fucker, all caps for whatever reason, Emendum, sink your teeth into this, takes a clip of me basically pointing out that some asshole said something like, you know, what about our teeth? We have carnivores' teeth, and we don't even have those kind of teeth. I just made the counter argument that you're going to find even more badass teeth on gorillas and baboons, and they're vegetarian. So this tooth argument is crap as an argument. So he played that clip, and then he points to this pseudoscience as if I'm going to have some problem debunking it. And I don't think I'm going to have a problem. So, it's a text video, which is kind of suck. All this, whatever.
In Bradford, one scientist is carrying out a series of tiny but tantalizing experiments, which should be able to give us the answer.
Yeah, this is what's really wrong with the world. I'm going to play this whole thing. It's going to be long and boring, but this is such crap. I mean, this is what's wrong with the fucking world. This is what scientists, they call this science, and this is how they present it. I mean, all this bullshit to get to a very minor point they're going to make. Oh yeah, let's video effects. Oh yeah, look at that. She's working in her lab, and look, she has some primitive skulls.
Professor Julia Lee Thorpe is examining very ancient teeth from the jaws of both animals and humans, which lived millions of years ago.
Millions. Okay, so we're talking about millions of years ago. You know, we don't get the real number of what teeth she's actually analyzing, how old those teeth are. Fascinating.
I'm incredibly nervous when I'm dealing with ancient human teeth. It's a very awe-inspiring experience, I guess.
You probably could have edited this crap out, couldn't you have? I mean, really.
Very conscious of the fact that we have to be careful about damaging the material because it's really very precious and rare.
Her experiments are carried out in this tiny laser chamber.
We're lining it up to shoot the laser at it, and the laser releases a very, very small amount of enamel.
I mean, so exciting, huh? Dramatic. Oh,
the laser vaporizes microscopic holes in the ancient tooth enamel.
Look at that.
There we go.
The gas given off contains 2 carbon isotopes. The ratio of one to the other will indicate whether...
Yeah, so I guess it's carbon 13 and 23. I'm not sure. I don't know why we can't get any of these details.
Whether our ancestors were foraging in woods or going out to the grass-rich plains. The result will reveal the sort of food eaten by ancient humans.
Yeah, right. So this is all based on some sort of, I don't know, conjecture, right? Because animals were out into a field, that means they must have gone out there to eat the animals, or something like that. And the alternative would be they were sitting in the trees. Like, there's only 2 kinds of location. There's trees and there's fields, and there's nothing in between.
And the environment in which they lived. So far, Julia's research has revealed that in the period leading up to the evolution of habilis, there was a massive change in the lifestyle of our ancestors.
The results...
Yeah, we already know that when they discovered fire, but whatever, play the game.
Tell us that our ancestors changed from forest-orientated kind of diet and environment to one which concentrated on the grasslands. It's telling us that our ancestors ate animals which ate the grasses.
No, I don't. You know, that's you know, well, whatever. There's no real argument you can make with this because it's all just conjecture based on the few remains they find, and so that's like saying, okay, let's go. You know, we'll take a select 2 human beings off of planet Earth, and we'll say this is what human beings are. So if you select some human being in India right now who's a vegetarian, well, you're going to lose the argument, right? And if you select another human being who might have been on North America, Indian, eating corn, oh, well, you lost again.
But it's not just the tooth enamel which shows a change in the diet of our ancestors.
Oh, let's get to it.
It's the tooth shape itself.
Oh, I can't believe that was it. So that was it. That was the extent of the science we were given there. That because they zapped the tooth, they know that the human beings not only went on the plains, but they ate the animals that were on the plains. I mean, this is then you're going to tell me I have some obligation to debunk these conclusions without any evidence, just conjecture, like somehow they have proof of any of that? No, they don't have any proof of any of that stuff. Why don't they zap the teeth of a goddamn gorilla and then zap the teeth of a goddamn chimpanzee? Everybody's claiming that chimpanzees are eating meat all the time. They're always chasing down monkeys and eating them. So why don't we zap some chimpanzee teeth and see if we can find any meat on them? Okay, let's see if we can do that. Why don't you do the same exact test on baboons and apes? There, baboons live on the plains. So why don't you zap their teeth and give me the results of when you zap the old baboon teeth? What do you come up with? And you tell me if you got the same evidence that a baboon right now is eating meat because you're doing the same test and you get the same fucking result. Go ahead and do that. Oh, did you do that, please? No, you didn't do that. Because this is like this is more quantum kind of quackery. Oh, we got this 2-slit experiment. Let me tell you about it. You know, this is just fucking. This is science. See, this is what they call science. This is why the fucking world is all fail. Because scientists suck. This is shit. This ain't science.
In the natural world, animals' adaptation to their diet is clear. Herbivorous grazers, like gazelles, have large flat back teeth, useful for grinding down plants.
You know, why don't you talk about their digestive systems, all right, and try to explain exactly how we're really good at processing big, giant, huge protein molecules. Because we're not.
Whereas carnivores like lions evolved sharp teeth to seize their prey and rip their meat apart.
Yeah, well, obviously, see, right there, even that part is so stupid. You know, they talk about seizing prey and ripping it apart, right? And what's he doing? He's chewing, okay, with his back teeth. He's not doing the seizing part here or the ripping part here. No, he's doing the chewing part here. And what he's doing is his teeth are basically blades that slide across each other. His teeth don't mash into each other. They slide across each other, all right, like a knife. He's sawing the food.
The change in our ancestors' teeth when they started eating meat is revealed in a new experiment.
Yeah, this is about as bad as science gets right here. This is just so fucking goddamn silly.
Professor Peter Ungar has spent a lifetime examining the skeletons of ancient humans.
And what's he a professor of? Washing socks?
There's one feature in particular which fascinates him.
Oh, please.
You could call him a dentist to the ancients.
Please
this
get
is a
to it.
Australopithecus. Its teeth are large, they're flat, the enamel is very thick on them. This is the more recent human ancestor. Its teeth are smaller, they're crestier, and the enamel is thinner.
Yeah, and we don't know the age of these two samples, the age of the people, so obviously the enamel is going to be thinner if there's an older dead person. And yeah, you know, the fact that humans come in different sizes, you know, really, do I have to do the news flash thing for you? You're not going to tell us how big their skulls were. You're not going to tell us the mass of their bodies.
Professor Ungar wants to find out how these very different sets of teeth
God, this is so
have
bad.
adapted to different diets.
This is so bad. Listen. Whoa.
Enter the Bite Master 2.
Oh, see, this is science. This is science.
Unique machines
Unique machine. Duplicates chewing. Holy smololi. Now, I don't want to just, this is going to be so silly that it's, it's just laughable. I mean, there's so many ways you could do this experiment without no Jawmaster special thing. You know what I mean? You can just make a mechanical device that you push up and down and it'll do the same thing. But even beyond that, you could just take a cast of these teeth. You can make dentures, give them to somebody who needs dentures, and just tell them, hey, chew this for me. Not that complicated.
Chewing on different sorts of foods and try and see how the different teeth affect the way the food's broken down during chewing.
Did you try gorilla teeth, chimpanzee teeth, orangutan teeth, monkey teeth?
This is the first time in 3 million years
lemur teeth
that these Australopithecus teeth have seen action.
Well, if they're using the real teeth, that would be kind of bogus, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be kind of silly? So they're probably cast. Polymers.
So how will they fare against a raw carrot?
How long have carrots been around? I'm just curious. I mean, were our ancestors 500,000 years ago or 1 million years ago eating carrots? Interesting. Come on, play, fucker. Oh, come on, YouTube. Don't fuck with me. I hate YouTube. Fucking goddamn bastard fucker. I don't know. I guess it's not going to work. Because the flash is crashing or something. What the fuck? Play.
So how will they fare against a raw carrot?
Oh, this is so scientific. I can't believe the scientificness of it. Look at that. Oh, I got a computer. It's gonna whack. Oh, look at that. Oh, crush. Holy smololi. Oh, that's so fucking amazing.
Flat. We're very, very effective at crushing this food and fracturing it into two pieces.
Yeah, now are you going to take the other set of teeth and crush a carrot? You know, the ones that are made for meat, and see if they work for a carrot too?
Cool. I don't know, that certainly fractured it.
Oh, no, they're not. Oh, isn't that so scientific? So you do one experiment with a carrot and show how the old teeth were good at smashing carrots, but you don't use the new teeth with a carrot to show, hey, it cuts carrots really good too. Even maybe better than the old teeth. So it might be even better at crushing carrots too. Oh, this is so fucking lame.
With raw meat.
Okay, it's set. My hands are out.
Let's see, there's more surface area. So,
big flat teeth.
Yeah.
It doesn't work very well. Think of trying to smash a steak with a hammer. It doesn't break it into many pieces. It turns it into a bloody mess.
Right, look how much better it is this
Peter
time.
now
Watch
prepares
this.
the jaws of a more recent ancestor.
Yeah, but he didn't do that with the carrot for some reason.
Are these teeth more effective at dealing with this new diet?
Wait.
Yeah, and you know, if you took a monkey's teeth, you know, because monkeys are small, and you know, for the strength of their jaws too, by proportion, you could take a little monkey's teeth and do, you know, a little vegetarian monkey, and his little teeth would rip that little hunk of meat right in half. Yes, they would.
These are sharp teeth. I don't
Oh, they're sharp. He's telling us how sharp they are. Oh, the teeth are so... Look at them. Look how sharp they are. They're so fucking sharp. Oh, yeah, the new modern human teeth are so fucking sharp. Like razor blades. They're so fucking sharp. Oh, yeah, like this is science. Fuck you people. Look at that. It bit on there and it chewed right down and it made a little ball of...
The piece of meat processed by the more recent human ancestor
Processed.
has a hole virtually all the way through.
Look at
whereas
that.
The piece of meat processed by Australopithecus barely has an indentation.
What a surprise. Teeth that are almost like 45% bigger aren't able to excise meat in half because they're not narrow enough. Well, isn't that amazing? I mean, who would have figured? So any animal that has small teeth is a meat eater. That's the obvious conclusion, and it's so effective the way those teeth in one bite put that huge dent in the meat. So how many more bites would it take before you could actually turn this into something you could digest? How many did they do that experiment? How many bites does it take before this turns into something you can get maybe even 10% of the value out of it without it coming out your ass? Why don't you do the experiment by actually eating some raw meat, asshole, and tell me how great it tastes too.
The teeth of our meat-eating ancestor had become smaller and sharper, just like our own.
Amazing. Like, yeah, like our diet didn't change at all. We went from Africa to Europe, and I guess it's probably changed a little, right? Right now, there's people who only eat reindeer. I mean, they eat every bit of the reindeer. They just eat reindeer. There's nothing else to eat. They live in this cold little place, and they just eat reindeer. They make their house out of reindeer. They make their fire out of reindeer. They make everything out of reindeer. So fucking what? Oh, this is so stupid.
Evidence reveals that the eating of meat changed our evolution forever.
Yeah, right. Now, the
our
cooking of
learned
meat.
to hunt, developed sharper teeth.
Cooking meat. I mean, this is so fucking lame. I mean, this is just so fucking bullshit lame.
And above all, grew bigger brains.
Oh, and that there, the proof of that is, oh, that's right. We're sort of the proof of that. But anyway, I mean, how much bigger? That's a whole big issue right there. I guess we don't have very big brains. If this is what we call science, then our brains are probably pretty damn small still, actually. Too small, I'm afraid. Way too small. So anyway, this is, yeah, you make these little comments. I know it's science, but it ain't rocket science. Well, that's what it is. I mean, if you depend on science this bad to get to the fucking Mars or even get to the moon, you would crash into the moon. No, you wouldn't even get to the moon. You wouldn't get off the planet Earth with science this fucking lame. All right? I mean, a biting machine? Are you kidding me? Again? I mean, really? Really? Are you kidding me? And they, like I said, they couldn't even chew the carrot with both sets of teeth. I mean, you call this science? You call this something somebody should respect? This isn't propaganda? I mean, really, fuck you. You are so fucking blocked, you useless piece of shit. To waste my fucking time with this kind of crap. To force me to have to even watch that shit to respond to your crap. Oh, I can't unblock you because you're already blocked. Fuck. What is this shit here? Look at the little, oh, look, I made a little fucking images. Isn't that cute? You fucking bitch. Anyway, enough of that. Fuck you.